All right, let's talk about Montessori at home. If you're a parent who's gone down this road, you already know it can be one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do. But it can also be one of the most daunting. So the big question is, how do we close the gap between that beautiful dream we have in our heads and the, well, sometimes messy reality? Let's get into it. I mean, you know the dream, right? You picture your child just totally in the zone, calm, independent, joyfully learning. It's beautiful. But let's be real, the day-to-day reality can feel a little different. It can be a whole lot of stress, a ton of confusion about what curriculum to use, and that little voice in the back of your mind constantly asking, am I even doing this right? And that right there, that's the core dilemma. How do we close that gap? How do we take this amazing, profound, hands-on philosophy and actually make it work inside the four walls of our own home, with our own kids, in our own messy, beautiful lives? And look, if you've ever felt that struggle, I promise, you are so not alone. Most of us aren't formally trained Montessori teachers. We're trying to figure this out while facing this absolute mountain of information online. We're struggling to get the environment just right, and we're constantly second-guessing every little thing we do. These hurdles, they're totally normal. But what if there was a way to build a bridge over those hurdles? This is where, believe it or not, technology can become your best friend. It can be the thing that connects your powerful intuition as a parent with the proven, time-tested techniques of the Montessori method. Now, let's be super clear here. This is not, I repeat, not about replacing hands-on learning with a bunch of screens. Not at all. It's about using structured online training as a tool for you, the parent. Think of it as a roadmap that helps demystify the method, giving you the skills and the confidence you actually need to guide your child effectively. And, really effective training, it pretty much always stands on three big pillars. First, you've got to understand the core philosophy, the why behind it all. Second, you need the practical application, the how-to for setting up your space and presenting materials. And third, and this one is a game changer, it connects you with a community. Because let's face it, this journey is so much easier when you're not walking it alone. Okay, so once you're armed with that knowledge and confidence, we can start talking about building a really smart curriculum. The whole goal here is to carefully weave in great resources, but without ever losing that hands-on, child-led spirit that is the absolute heart of Montessori. What's so amazing about a true Montessori curriculum is the balance. Just look at this breakdown. See that huge slice for practical life? That's the foundation for everything else. Activities like pouring, getting dressed, and sorting things out, they're not just chores. They build the concentration, coordination, and sense of order that a child absolutely needs to succeed later in things like math and language. It all starts there. So when you're looking at any resource, an app, a printable, whatever, think of this as your quality control filter. Run it through these questions. Does it actually align with the philosophy? Does it point back to real hands-on work? And most importantly, does it help your child become more independent, or does it just create more screen time? A great resource will always foster true independence. This brings us to a massive question for pretty much every parent out there. How do I know if any of this is actually working? Well, to answer that, we have to completely redefine what success even looks like in a Montessori home. And this just lays out the shift perfectly, doesn't it? We have to move away from those traditional metrics, test scores, how fast they finish something. Instead, we're learning to become observers. We're looking for those internal signs, that deep, focused concentration, the confidence to choose their own work, that genuine joy they find in what they're doing, and their amazing ability to solve problems creatively. That is the real measure of success. I mean, Maria Montessori herself said it best. The ultimate goal isn't to be this constant instructor hovering over them. It's to prepare the child and the environment so incredibly well that you become less and less necessary. Their independence, that's your success. So, let's bring it all together. The whole point of this entire process, from getting the right training to building a curriculum to redefining success, is to move you, the parent, from feeling constantly overwhelmed to feeling truly, deeply empowered. And here is the single most important thing I want you to walk away with. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need some fancy teaching degree. You are your child's first and most important guide. You just need the right tools and the confidence to unlock that incredible, natural love of learning that is already inside of them. So I'll leave you with this one question. Forget the big, overwhelming picture for just a minute. What is one small, tiny change you can make today to simply observe and follow your child's lead? Because that, right there, that's where the real magic begins.